Alrighty, what we have here is a 1977 Dodge 360 small block. Almost down to the bare block. Basically a short block right now. What's the backstory here? Well, a little bit of rambling. My 77 back there, 76 that I'm working on. The first engine that I got with wasn't very healthy. Put a second engine into it, it was garbage out of the box. This one, I think, was engine number 3. I got from an old farmer in Alberta somewhere. And I ran the bag off this poor engine. The timing chain, when I took it apart, had over an inch of slop on both sides. Ouch. The camshaft, you can barely see it on the camera. Well, you can compare the two. The camshaft number 6, I want to say. Yeah, it looks like number 6. The lobe is wiped. The lifter, well, that's the corresponding lifter off that camshaft. Toast, and there's several more in there that are collapsed. The head itself doesn't look bad. I don't see any cracks, warping, etc. I gotta clean them up to be sure. Same with the block itself. I brushed off the block. I don't see any real damage so far. I did a quick mic check of the cylinder walls, and they are in spec, even though I know this thing had lousy oil pressure. Well, if it had collapsed lifters and whatnot, that wouldn't surprise me. I will do a follow-up video when I get that far. That's the serial number of the block, by the way. I tried decoding it and could not find information on this specific block, which was rather interesting. I found information on the heads that suggested the heads are high-performance heads. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. I did have all the caps off. The main bearings looked beautiful. The journals, likewise beautiful. The conrod journals look beautiful. The conrod bearings were just starting to show a little bit of copper under the silver, which is the Babbitt, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. But end plate check was like 4th thou. It was tight. So yeah, it looks like this engine is going to be a good candidate for a rebuild. Long story short, reason I'm doing this engine rather than the one that's currently in the truck is the owner that drove it. I think I mentioned this in the previous video. Yeah, I hydrolocked the engine, and I'm pretty sure I did serious mechanical damage to it. When this one's done and back in, I'll rip the other one apart, and I'll do a video on that and see what I did to the poor girl. But yeah, this setup should be rebuildable. I've just been playing with this while the weather was crap, and I had a few minutes where I didn't have enough time to really commit to the truck, but I could do something with this. One problem I've run into, Canadian Tire. When you sell tools, don't sell used bloody tools. Hard to show on the camera, but this carbide bit is completely wore off. I can run my finger over that, and it's just like rubbing on round. And that is what it did to the cylinder oil when I tried it. I didn't realize it at first. I'm hoping that's high enough that I can just ball hone that out. Really hoping. I don't think it went deeper than the rest of it, but now I'm waiting on actually being able to buy a proper cylinder hone, one that isn't a wore out pile of junk, so I can pop the pistons out and do all the rest of the measurements. When I'm ready, I will do a proper video detailing each of the measurements. That's cylinder bore, bearings all across the board, all the fun stuff. That will be a long video. But in the meantime, yeah, this is what I've been playing with when I've had a few free minutes here and there, which has been rare.